working on the fifth screen, that is the fifth item selected. So for this screen we'll be having an app bar which will be having an elevation of 0, as in the Snapchat most of the screen have elevation as 0. The background color for this app bar will be black and the title spacing will be 0. For the title, rather than passing the simple text, we are having a row to display multiple items which are there in the original Snapchat UI. For that row we'll be setting the main axis alignment to space between, so that there is space between all the elements which are there. And for the cross axis alignment we'll be setting it as center, so the items are coming and displaying in center. Now for the childs of this row we'll be passing a gesture detector to detect if anyone has tapped on that item or not. And when anyone has tapped on that item, we'll be showing a bottom model sheet which displays from the bottom. We have set is scroll control to true, so that the screen displays as a full screen, and we can swipe it down to close that screen. We are also passing the context in that, and for the builder we'll be returning a widget from it. So the name of the widget is user details widget, and we'll be creating it further in this video. So I am marking it as a to-do task which needs to be done. Now in this gesture detector we'll be having a container which will be having height and width of 30, and in the decoration we'll be passing the color as white, and I guess we'll be having the shape of this container as circle. And in this container we can have the icon for it, which on tapped will be opening the bottom model sheet and which will be displaying the user details. So you must have seen in the original Snapchat UI on the top left there are icons on which tapping which a bottom sheet is open, and in that details of the user are provided. So as the icons are the same icons as related to the Snapchat are not available in this UI, so I'll be using custom icons, like we can replace the icons accordingly. Now next thing which we will be having is a search button, as it is in the original Snapchat UI, tapping which a search screen will be opening, and we can search all the items accordingly or all the users accordingly. So I won't be covering the backend part in these videos, like the searching part and other stuff. I'll be only showing the UI part and only covering the UI part. So when we'll be clicking on that search icon, we'll be pushed to another screen. For now I have set the screen as null. Next we have expanded to occupy the remaining space, and in that expanded we are passing the text as discover, as this is the discover screen where we can explore different stories and different people or profiles of people. We'll be setting the style of the text as white color, and the font weight will be W600, which will be somewhat bold. And the next thing which we have taken is font size as 18, so that the text is increasing or a bit bigger in size. For the app bar we have set automatically imply leading, which is the icon which appears whenever a screen is opening, so we have set that to false. And for the title we have set it to center as true. And for the action, which is the icons which appear at the top right corner of the app bar, so for that we are setting another row which will be having two icons. In that first one is the gesture detector, which will be showing a bottom model sheet whenever it is tapped on. For this also we have set it as scroll control true, so that it displays in full screen and we can swipe it down to close it. And for the builder we are passing a context in it, and then we'll be returning another widget from it. For now I have just put a semicolon, and we'll be working on this widget later on in this video. So I have marked it as a to-do task which needs to be done. So this will be a add friend screen. This screen is basically having all the detail of the friends through which we can add them or we can remove if they are already added to our friends list. For the child of this gesture detector, we'll be having an icon with an add symbol. So clicking this, the bottom model sheet will be displaying. Now to remove the errors in the screen, I have removed user detail for a temporary time, and I have hot reloaded the screen. So you can see that we have the icons. The first one is for the user screen, which will be displaying. The second one is for a search. Next we have a title, which is at the center of the screen, and last we have an action which has an add button or add icon, which will be opening another show model bottom sheet with another widget in it. And for the body of this screen, we are taking a stack, and in that stack we have initialized, or we have taken a container. We have passed the size of the container to take the size of the screen, or to fill up the available sizes. And for the color, we are passing it as black color. Next, above that container in the stack, we are taking a list view, which will be having a padding of top with 8 and of left as 10, and I guess of right also. Nah, we are not passing it as right. So for the children, we are taking a container in it. So in that list view, we'll be passing the items like the discover subscription item, or different friends item, or explore item. So we'll be passing those item in the list view. So this list view is set to scroll vertically. So we can add items according to that in this. Similarly, we'll be having another container to display the items related to this. So we are setting the height of that container to 170, and in that, as a child, we'll be having a list view which will be horizontally scrollable. So we'll be having a horizontally scrollable list view in that, which will be holding all the items for the discover subscription. So we are passing a padding of right 8, bottom 8, and top 4 in that list view, so that it is padded accordingly. And for the item of the list view, we'll be creating it further in this video. Next thing we'll be providing is a sides box to provide a space between the above container and the widget which we are going to display next to it. So next we have a container which will be having a text, as it was for the discover subscription, and in that text we'll be passing a continue watching. So these will be the items related to what we have already watched, or what we were watching earlier. I haven't implemented the backend, and I won't be doing that in this video, but for the UI we are passing it as continue watching. And for the styles, we'll be having mostly same as the discover subscription one. The color as white, the font size as 20, and the font weight as W700. Just removing the typo errors which occurs due to the negligence of a bracket, adding commas so that the text appear, or the code appears in a better format. Next, here also we'll be having a container with the height of 170, which will be having a horizontal scrollable list view, and we'll be adding items to it later on. Formatting the UI a bit. Next, we will be having a size box to provide some space between the above widget and the below widget. And next, we'll be having a container as we had for the continue watching and for the discover subscription. In this container, we'll be passing a text which will be saying as for you. So these items will be related to a particular profile which will be specially for the particular user or related to the things which a user watches. So this is basically all total from the original Snapchat UI or the current latest Snapchat UI. So we are trying to mimic that. Now formatting the text, you can see that for you appears on the screen on a hot reload. Now for the items of the for you widget, we'll be providing some amount of padding to it so that it looks spaced. So for the padding, we'll be having right padding as 10 and top padding as 2. Formatting the code again. For the items of the for you widget, we will be having a grid view which will be having cross axis count as 8 for now I have specified, and child aspect ratio will be 1 by 1.6. So this aspect ratio is according to the items as they are displayed in the Snapchat UI. If you want to change the aspect ratio according to yourself, then you can specify them. And next I have passed the main axis spacing as 13 and cross axis spacing as 2. So I am passing this physics as never scrollable, scroll physics, to avoid the scrolling of the widget itself, as we are already using a list view, so it has a scrollable property. And this grid view, if it is also scrolling, then if we are swiping above the grid view, then the screen won't be scrolling and the grid view will be only scrolling. So to avoid that, we are passing the physics as never scrollable, scroll physics, shrink wrap as true, and for the children we'll be doing it later on. Next we have a size box of height 10 so that some space is always there at the bottom of the screen. So that is it for this video, and in the next video we will be creating the widgets which all are left for this screen. So maybe it be the user detail screen or the add friend screen or the items for the discover subscription, continue watching, and for you widget.